Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
You guys, it's a nice rainy morning this morning.
It is. It is a beautiful Monday morning.
Yes.
It is raining a little bit. It's got a little bit of fog on the mountain and whatnot.
It looks absolutely beautiful. I wish I could turn this thing around and show you, but you should have seen us playing Ring Around the Rosie with the camera this morning. The lighting is terrible when you're looking that way because the light's coming behind us, and so.
Not only that, but we've got something above our head that is casting a lot of shade.
Yeah, a lot of shadow.
Yeah.
But we're staying dry down here.
Yes.
Which is pretty awesome, man. We're able to actually sit out here in the rain and stay nice and dry. Although I will admit there are a couple of little leak points.
There's some spots where it is coming through, and I had a feeling it was going to because I ran out of some of the flashing that I was using, which wasn't the correct flashing. Just FYI, all right, I had what I had, and that's what I had on hand and everything. And I went a little flash crazy up there with it, but I needed a tape on top of that. You know, I had to tape the tape.
He wanted a tape on top of the tape.
I ran out of tape as well.
And that's why we went to the store the other day to pick up some more tape. And then we went out to the kids' birthday party thing. And then yesterday it was raining pretty much all day.
And I was like, I want to go see. I want to go look. And I'm like, I guarantee it's probably leaking right where I ran out of the tape. And it's coming in where I needed to tape the tape.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of spots where it's coming in from right there. And I'm like,
sure enough.
Gotta be freaking kidding me right now.
But hey, you know what? For the majority of the deck, it is dry up here. There's only, like I said, the tiniest couple little spots.
Yep.
And it's really nothing to complain about at all.
No.
This is the first time, babe, that we actually have a spot that we can sit and chill in the rain and enjoy the rain and enjoy the view without getting drenched since we lived at Camp Life.
No. Technically, we have two spots now.
Yeah, because we have up here and then we have down there. Which yesterday, I was chilling downstairs on the big comfy couch that we got out there. I was outside having my coffee in the rain for probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours, just sitting out there chilling, listening to the rain. I did a little bit of reading.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and it was really nice. I've missed it because this type of weather is my absolute favorite, and I'm so excited that summer's gearing down. I mean, I guess it's officially over now because today's the first day of school for the kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's still technically summer until next month, but yeah.
No, it's know what I mean. All right. You guys know what I mean.
Summer is over. Today's the first day of school.
Yeah. And look over there. You see that tree? Look at the leaves are starting to turn.
And the leaves are starting to change here and there.
Just a little bit. And if you look up at the mountain too, there's that one tree right there that's already starting to turn.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
I don't think it's going to turn just yet.
September. That's when they all start really changing is by the end of September. October, you get the beautiful, by Halloween,
that's when it starts.
It's gone. No, it's already turned.
I feel like by Halloween, that's October. I feel like it is when it starts to change.
I think September, but it's okay. We can have differing opinions.
The only reason why I say that is because right now, this is the first time it's rained in so long.
Yeah, everything's dry, and that's why
it's so dry out
changing
here
right now.
So it's definitely that nice. But there's going to be a couple of still hot points. Yeah,
this week it sucks, man. We better enjoy this weather while we got it because later on this week we're back to excessive heat, 100 degrees, terrible humidity. It's going to be miserable the rest of this week, but that's okay. We're used to it.
No. It's going to be a lot more switching back and forth though.
Yeah,
this is when the rain might hit us a little bit more. And next month is when I feel like the rainy season starts.
Yeah.
Technically, I feel like.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what happens, but I'm excited. I'm glad because I've been hoofing it all over this dang place. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
And I've got all my seed out for the most part. I think I still have half a 40-pound bag or something like that.
Yeah.
For all my food plot areas and just trying to get it planted in there and everything else. And like some of the spots, it's just like replanting and whatnot where it's already coming in. And I know it's still a little early, but I want to give it a chance to survive the cold.
He's talking about his food plots and stuff for his hunting season coming up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's they on the bag it was saying more so like at the end of August, but I was like, you know what, it's gonna be raining and everything else, and I'm like, I want to get out there and get those things planted, but man, hoofing all that stuff everywhere around and trying to spread it all, that's been it's a lot on you, you know. But
literally,
it's been good. It's been good though. Like I feel that your body is so worn down, but it feels good.
Yeah.
You know, because I did that right after we did all the roofing stuff and everything, and my arms were already jello of pulling up all those sheets and moving them around and everything else. I was like, man, I haven't felt these parts of my muscles being activated in so long.
Time to get back at it.
Oh, man.
Well, it's like, you know, marathon runners and stuff, they get to a point of exhaustion, but they just keep going. You just get in that, like, I don't know, that robotic mode where you're just you don't know how you're going, but you're still going, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, I get it.
Correct. And
I get it.
It makes me feel good though, man.
I'm excited for you to have hunting season this year coming up, though. I'm going to go out and sit in the blind with you some. The kids are going to go out and sit in the blind with you some. It's going to be good.
You know, all you guys have all your stuff and everything. I've got everybody all situated this year. I wanted to do it last year solely for myself, you know.
You want to learn the ropes so that way you can try to teach us.
It's hard for me to teach somebody something that I don't know. You know what I mean? And I still don't know 100%. But I'm going to teach y'all what I know, and it'll be a good time, you know. Yeah. But it's been fun. It's been a lot of moving around and moving and grooving, man. Yeah. But I've got a lot of projects on hand, and I want to make a couple of blinds and everything else like that. Natural blinds where, you know, it's something that we use off the land aspect, and it will be easy to dismantle and just decompose into the land back to, you know, nature and everything else like that. Yeah, so.
Gary's got a few fun projects up his sleeve that are, you know, just fun stuff that we want to get done.
Which is going to be great. Yeah. I'm so happy. I cannot tell you guys, like, the natural aspect of just nature. It's like one of those things to me that brings me back to like a core value of myself, you know? Like I love being in nature.
It's a big part of who you are.
It's a big part.
Very big part of who you are.
It's like, it's hard for me to say which one brought me more peace, to be quite honest, out of skateboarding and nature. It is an extreme hard one, you know, for my own personal
Just kind
aspect.
Of funny because both of those things are two kind of opposites, but at the same time, they're similar because you both got to be outside for it. So, like, you're outdoors. But, like, with skateboarding, you're on concrete. Yeah. In the concrete jungle, so to speak. Concrete jungle, you know what I mean?
But then your mind works different.
Yeah.
And it's very peaceful. Yeah. For oneself, you know.
However, I believe if you actually grew up on the coast, you probably would have been more into surfing.
I probably would have been.
You know what I mean? But because you grew up in Las Vegas, it was like, skateboard. Yeah. So.
I probably would have been. You're probably 100% right with that.
Because that would have been like the combination of the two for you. It would have been nature, right? But then it would have been.
That's the one thing I have never done though, surfing.
Oh, you'd be fantastic at it. Like I have zero doubts.
Skateboard, snowboard, and it's like.
I literally have zero doubts that you would be up on the surfboard and you would be kicking ass with it. Like, seriously, you'd just be woo. Yeah. I have zero doubts that you'd be a phenomenal surfer.
It'd be fun. I don't do the ocean. I'm scared of the ocean. I'm just saying. Like, the ocean scares the living heck out of me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
I finally talked Gary into one day, all right? Possibly. One day, possibly, we might you hear all these like words. One day, possibly, might be able to go on a cruise because Gary's afraid of the ocean and he has refused the cruises. And I'm like, oh, come on, look, they got an all-inclusive cruise. You know, we could do the Caribbean or whatever. And he's like, no. I'm like,
I do a lot of crazy stuff, right? But when something like a boating in a big body of water like that is out of my control. That freaks the living heck out of me. All right.
See, I'm not the only control freak around here.
No, I'm just saying. All right. I've seen too many crazy movies. All right.
Jaws.
Too many. Well, this is that you know. But I'm talking about like I think it's called Poseidon.
Yeah, Poseidon.
Like that,
yeah, that where the boat like and Titanic.
And Titanic, right? All these other things, right? And I'm just saying, right? And then all the
that's
stuff
just
that
Hollywood.
yeah, but then the stuff that you hear on the news.
You don't really hear about stuff on the news with that. The worst that I've heard on the news with the cruise ships was during the whole C-19 stuff, and people were stuck on those ships. That one ended up
like beached itself like right off the coast of somewhere or whatever, and then all of a sudden the captain dipped and left all the passengers on it and everything. I'm just saying.
I remember hearing about that one, but I don't doubt it.
That was on the news. I mean, it wasn't in America, right? But
I'm
just saying.
I don't remember hearing about that one, but I don't doubt it.
Man, dude, that freaks the living heck out of me. I'm just saying. All right.
Wow.
But in the same time, if I were to go, it would have to be in like the Gulf of Mexico aspect-wise. I feel like, where it's like, at least it's close enough to some part of.
I'd like to go from Florida to like the Bahamas. I'd like to go to Jamaica. I would like to go to the Caribbean, you know, Aruba.
Yeah.
I want to try to stay away from Barbados.
The Bermuda Triangle area. All right. That freaks me out.
That's not
who's with me? Who's with me? Show of hands. Anybody?
I'm sure lots of people are with you, but I'm sure lots of people are with me too. It's okay.
No, I know.
It's matter.
Probably. I'm curious
if
it's probably split, but yeah. I have a feeling that I'm probably the 25%er out there in a sense, so where it's like barely. There's more on your side than me, but it's all right.
It's okay.
I'm used to being a rebel. It's all right.
No, I understand. Like, I'm not super sure how I would feel, you know, looking out and not seeing any land anywhere. That might be a little freaky. I also am way more afraid of airplanes than you are, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to fly.
I would love to jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
I would never do that in my entire life. I have zero intention of ever doing that in my life.
I would totally do that.
I'm good.
And that's the thing that just throws me through a loop.
It's okay.
It's that control aspect, right? Right? Like,
I'm good. I don't need to do any of that. I'm good.
I don't know.
I'm good. Anyways. Squirrel!
We're just going, we went off on a total thing, but it's a beautiful day. And
it is. We've actually already gotten up early this morning. We've already got the kids up, dressed and ready. Today is the first day of school for them. We're doing homeschool this year, if you guys didn't know. And, you know, we got up, got dressed. We already went on a morning walk. We walked down over to the pond and back around. And then we went over to like the flagpole area and then back home. Kids have already gotten some of their morning animal chores done. They are eating breakfast right now. And as soon as we're done with this, we're going to start them on some assignments.
You know, if they haven't finished their all of their breakfast and whatnot, they're probably starting on their journals already.
Yes.
We are doing that this year with them as well, and I think we'll probably end up doing it every year and whatnot, but I'm having them write at least one full page daily in their journal, and it could be whatever they want, you know, so that way at the end of the year they can look back at it and they can actually see how their penmanship progressed as well as everything else progressed over the year.
And their thought processes too, like different words that they use, describing words, and different things that they're thinking about, etc. So, but I'm really looking forward to spending this year with the kids. Yesterday I had to get all of their assignments and stuff together and actually like assign them to them on the tablets and stuff like that. Had to finalize getting all their things in order, their drawers, with their workbooks and stuff. So they're good to go though. We are so ready. We are ready for a wonderful school year this year. I'm very much looking forward to having the kids be home for us to be able to spend this time with them, teaching them, and then also having them help us out with some of these things around here and bring them back into, you know, the build aspect with us. We needed them to go to regular school the last couple of years because it's been a lot of really dangerous work. And then on top of it, they wanted to go. We figured it was a small town and everything. And They had already been homeschooled prior to that because of the crud, and even before the crud.
Yep.
I don't know. We just decided we wanted to have them attempt to go to regular school. But after a couple of years of that, we decided, you know what, we're going to bring them on back home. So, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this school year. The kids are actually really looking forward to it. They woke up super happy and ready to go, got themselves dressed and ready. And we're all very excited for what this year is going to bring.
Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing year. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
I'm super excited and thrilled about this because, you know, like you said, we can bring the kids back into actual build aspect wise and everything
being
else.
A part of this a bit more
with us.
You know, and they're older too. Like when we were doing the foundation and stuff, and Abe wasn't old enough for school yet. He was when we moved out here, Abe was 3, but he was right about to be 4. And so, you know, we had our 4-year-old out here with us all day, and he helped out quite a bit. He dug some with us. He would help us with cleaning out the mortar and stuff when we were doing all the block and sweeping.
He was a great hand, even
at 4
that he was at, you know. And he's one smart cookie, man.
Yeah. And they enjoy it, and they enjoy spending time with us, and they are learning a lot when we are up here doing that. Yeah. So we have discussed how we're going to go about doing it when we are working really hard. Today it's a rainy day, so and it actually works out good because it's the first day of school. Yep. It's a rainy day. I'm still not 100% sure on what we're going to get done, like build wise and for the house wise yet today, because it really depends on how the weather's kind of going. There are a couple of things that we could work on. Gary can get up there and tape off the last little crumbs that we need to, because we do have the tape and stuff.
But I can't do that when it's all wet.
No, can't do it when it's wet. And then the next things that we're going to start working on is the front mudroom area. So, you know,
I'm going to probably get a lot of those pieces together and numbers together.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff to where I can figure out exactly how many of what we need.
Yeah.
And everything. And the process of doing that, I will also be getting numbers together for the playhouse.
Yeah, the bottom part of the playhouse.
And getting all of that situated, as well as I need to get some lists together for that. So, yeah. And it's and
then there's another thing that we got to start working on. We got to work over at the Camp Life, which
if it stops raining today,
I think that would be best because the ground's going to be nice and soft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're catching what I'm throwing there.
Cut.
So
all the way in the outfield, I still got it.
I would love to be able to get that going. I want to keep an eye on the weather. We might end up getting more rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, to a point where it's like, I don't know if we should dig it today. We might end up wanting to dig it tomorrow.
I don't know.
But we're going to try to pan out exactly how it needs to be, what needs to happen.
So just to
get things rolling.
I haven't told everyone what we're doing over there, but I'll give you a hint. We're going to be putting in some more footers.
Yep.
What are footers used for, friends? I'll let you ponder about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big little something going on over there, and Country Road Cure will definitely be helping us with that project. Although I think that the first little bit of it, getting the footers in and working the concrete mixer and doing all that stuff, Gary and I are going to be doing by ourselves, getting it set and ready to go up.
Yep.
And then once it's up time, Anthony and Rox are going to come and help us, and probably Julia, Scarlett, and Abe too. It's going to be like a team effort, and we'll just team go and get her done.
It's going to be a lot of back and forth, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's going to be fortunate because that means that we're going to be able to knock out a lot of things that we need to do.
Yeah, and this month is our transition. You know what I mean? We said that this month is our transitional period.
We're going to prep ourselves to where September is going to be a big month.
Yeah, September's going to be like, I can't wait.
It's going to be a big, big month.
Yeah. So. We're hoping that sometime in September. Now, don't hold us to it, friends. This is all just soft dates, you know. When we tell you guys when, it's not going to be like for sure. It's just what we would hope, you know, and sometimes life happens. We work as hard as we can, but we are hoping that in September sometime, we will have the metal on the roof. That
Correct.
we start at least getting the metal on the roof. I don't care if it's the last day in September, all right? I don't care. We're hoping that that's what we can do. And I mean, we're going to call the whole crew in. We're definitely going to have the family come out and help us. David and Mike and Drew and Anthony and anybody really that's available, but definitely them. I don't think you can get it done without Mike and Drew.
No.
Like for sure, Mike and Drew, boys,
no.
Please.
It's gonna be a good time. We'll be able to get a lot of it going. Me and you are probably gonna end up doing the wings of the deck coming up to the house, and then getting the first layer like going on the house and how it all connects. So that way, one, I know exactly where it's all going to end up being, and two, we can also go through and get it all marked out, cut out, and set up. Yeah. To where once it's time,
everyone can
we're going to be
peanut butter jelly time, jelly time. Yeah, it'll get done real quick.
That, unfortunately, setting up all that metal and doing all that is going to take probably about a week. I'm just saying.
Just for setup, friends.
Just for setup. And it's a lot to do with the fact of it's a lot.
Yeah,
the way that those panels are and everything else.
Well, Gary's not doing regular metal either. We're doing the standing seam metal, which essentially the difference is when you're looking at it and looking at top, you don't see any of the rivets. There's no screws on the top, so there's no rotting or whatever.
There's interlocking.
No rusting. And then that way,
you don't ever have to replace the screws, and you're relying on the actual metal to protect the roof.
Yeah, so we won't ever have to go back up the top of there and, replace fasteners or anything. It'll just be done for the rest of our lives. It's there. We won't ever have to go back up on the roof and do it. Now, however, it's a bit pricier and it's a bit more lengthy to install. And that's another reason why we've been kind of holding off on this, because we're just regular people. Yep. We have regular size pockets. In fact, I bet you our pockets are a lot more shallow than some of you folks out there, and that's okay because we're still living the dream, all right? We're still doing it. But it does take a while. We've had to save up a lot and do extracurriculars and stuff in order to get ourselves ready for the metal roofing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But it's okay because it's going to last our entire lives,
That's the where I'm looking at it. We could easily end up only paying, $5,000 to $8,000 for, say, shingle roof, right?
Yeah. And even certain types of the regular lower quality metal.
Even the lower quality metal, right?
I hate calling it that because it sounds really crappy when I say that, because it isn't low quality. It's just,
unfortunately, it's nothing to do with the metal.
No, it's the way that the screws and the rivets and stuff go in.
It's the neoprene washers on the screws, and if you have somebody being heavy-handed with that screw, and it ends up smashing the neoprene washer, guess what?
Now there's a leak.
Yeah. Even though you just put that screw in, or dry rots and comes out, and then now all of a sudden you're left with freaking having to go back up there in 10 years and having to replace just the washer.
And I was just going to say, with it being our first time doing this type of thing, it would be very easy for us to be a little heavy-handed. And if we're having friends come over and help us out too, it would be really easy for them to be really heavy-handed. So we want to make sure that it's done and it's done right, and that we're not going to have to revisit it. And
no impacts.
Yeah, the best way for us to do that is to go with Gary's idea of the standing seam, and that's what we're going to do. So
only drills and only set to maybe 8, depending on the drill.
Yeah. But guess what, friends? We're going to cross that road when we get there. It'll be a bumpy road, but we're going to cross it, and we're going to cross it together, friends, together.
Correct. So it's...
But I'm excited. It should be hopefully sometime in September. If we're not putting it up, we at least are taking that week, like Gary said, and getting everything prepped.
We'll have it started. Like I said, we have to start the roof regardless. Yeah. And It'll be drip edges that we have to put in first above all. And then we're going to also do the rain screen. But the rain screen that we're going to be using is like a mat that we can lay down and then the sheets and just keep on going. I think that that's going to be the easiest way to do it and the fastest way, since we do have sheathing up there already. And it's just going to be quick and easy. Good thing is everything will be on layout of 16 on center. Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, I'll follow your lead.
It's going to be very, very simple and very, very quick and easy.
I'm getting a lot better up there on that roof, man. I tell you what, I did leave all the taping to Gary because I was busy doing some other stuff. But I'm not scared of being up there anymore. Not like I was, especially on this side.
No.
Because this side, it's like bad. Not nearly as steep, you know?
No. It really isn't that bad on this side. That side's still a little sketch, but at the same time.
But at least the fall's not as far.
Exactly.
The fall isn't as bad on that side.
Exactly. So. And once we get that mud room, sun room, boot room, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sand room.
Jinx.
Just depends on where you are, right, in the world.
Right. As soon as we get that finished, right, then it'll really be going. But honestly, that's not going to take us too long. I'm really excited. We do have some of the materials on hand for that, as we talked about earlier. We are going to need a few more. We need the joists. Yes, we're going to need the actual joists. And all that stuff. So it's going to be really good, though. I'm really excited for all the things that we've got going on. Today's going to be a great day. I'm going to go work with those kiddos, get their schooling going. We'll see what happens today. Honestly, I think today is probably just going to be a school day if this rain keeps up. From what it's saying, it's supposed to last until about 2. Okay. So we'll see what happens. We might be able to go and get something done this afternoon. We'll see. But we'll bring you guys along for whatever it is. I'm going to try to spend some time editing. There is at least a little bit of footage of some of the stuff that Gary was up to this weekend. It's a total Gary vlog. You did a great job. Yep. I haven't edited it yet, but a lot of back and forth on a lot of things on that. Yeah, no, I appreciate you running around with the camera. I appreciate it. Y'all folks at home appreciate it. He did take you guys up on the roof while he was getting some of that stuff done. Talk to you guys about a thing or two. So I might be able to edit that out and get that out for you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Yep. Yeah. And we're going to be keep on recording and keeping this thing rolling all week long. So I thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day today and stay happy and healthy, friends. Until the next one, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, you guys. Later.